Hi everybody, welcome along. We're going to do a 60-minute class here, mostly mat based, nothing too strenuous today, nice gentle easy class, finishing with a little bit of mudra and meditation, and then a yoga nidra relaxation. So we're going to start by lying down, so please go to your mat and make sure you've got a drink of water with you. Make sure you've got maybe just a block and a cushion for this class. We don't need straps or any other equipment. So get yourself onto your mat in semi-supine. So supine means we're lying down on our back, and semi-supine means we're lying on our back with our knees up and feet flat on the floor. So get yourself comfy in semi-supine, tuck your chin, and tuck your tail, so lift up your pelvis, tilt your pelvis back, push your tailbone up towards the sky just a little bit, and just flatten out your lower back. And if you need to bring the knees up and have a little rock into your lower back, then please feel free to do that. If you need to wiggle your shoulders, and if you need to take a few deep breaths, then do that. Just arrive here for this hour and just really appreciate the fact that you've given yourself this time. You're all so busy, you're also rushing around trying to catch up on all the things that we've missed in the lockdown. So we have to be careful not to get caught up in that busyness again. And a great way to do that is to give yourself a little bit of time for some yoga at home. So find a little bit of comfort, a little bit of settling the spine into the ground. And then I'd like you to bring awareness to your feet and push your one leg, push your right heel out towards the right corner of your mat. Push your left heel out towards the left corner of your mat. Roll, put your hands on your hip bones, leave your elbows where they are and roll your arms out to the side, palms up into Shavasana. And then flip your big toes together, and just like old-fashioned windscreen wipers, flip your feet to and fro. Big toes together, big toes apart, but do quite quickly. Flick, 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 flick. In and out, so that that movement of the feet rolls up into the knees, ankles, knees, and then up into the hips. And just loosen off the hips as you flick the feet in and out quite quickly. Kind of throw your feet out to the sides, pull them back together again, get a nice little rhythm going. Keep going, another few rounds, flick, flick, flick. We're really looking for a hip opener here, so make sure the movement travels all the way up to the hips. And then slow that down, slow that down. Let the feet flop out to the sides. If you need to tuck your tail a little bit more and wriggle your lower back into the floor a little bit more, then please feel free. And then draw your awareness up to your shoulders, and with your eyes closed, see if you can feel that if your right shoulder blade and left shoulder blade are the same position, or can you just maybe flatten them out, press them into the floor, try to balance out the position of the right and the left side. And then take a lovely deep long inhale into your belly, fill your whole body up with the breath. Open the mouth and sigh away the out breath. Oh, excuse me. And if it turns into a yawn, have a lovely big yawn. And then consciously, purposefully draw your attention in and down. So from the environment around you, the room, position of your body in the room, the furniture in the room, the light coming into the room. Draw your attention from the exterior space. Bring your awareness down into your body. through the skin, from the external environment, through the pores of the skin, into the physical landscape of your body lying on your mat. And also draw your awareness down from the mind into the body. Trying to come out of the head, out of the busy mind, and into the body. And we say that the breath is the bridge between the mind and the body. So be aware, fully aware of your next inhale. Really notice and be fully aware of your next exhale, and try to keep your mind on your breathing. Just noticing the rise and fall. And if you still have thoughts rolling through your head, imagine thoughts are like clouds in a beautiful summer blue sky, and just let the clouds come in. Notice them coming in, and then just let them float away. Maybe they come in on that one side, notice them and then let them float away. Give them permission to just leave without you getting engaged in the contents, without you going off on a little journey. Bring your awareness back to the breath again and again. And just notice the physical sensation of the breath. Is your breath in the belly, or is it in the ribs? Is your breath shallow or deep? And just try to lengthen and deepen the breath now, so that you allow the breath to travel all the way down into the abdomen. Pause at the end of your in-breath and then sigh away softly that breath, feeling the belly relaxing back, dropping back. Inhale, the belly fills, the body rises. Exhale, there's a softening, releasing. And then start to think about moving. Start to think about, from this place of being really calm, really centered, really settled. Now we begin our practice. So we give ourselves some time just to arrive. And then we shall begin. So we're going to slowly slide your feet up. Slowly roll yourself over onto one side. Slowly push yourself up to sitting. If you have a drink of water with you, have a little sip of water. And then grab something to sit on, either a block or a cushion. Come to a seated position. And we'll start just by bringing your awareness to the shoulders. So give your shoulders a little roll. You can keep your eyes closed as much as you can. So just maybe if you need to check in with the screen to see what I'm doing, I'll try to give as much verbal instruction as possible so that you can keep your eyes closed as much as possible. So picking up one shoulder and then the other, sliding yourself into your little whole body movement, maybe move from side to side, maybe pick up your elbows, just get those shoulders really mobilized. Make sure you go both directions. Maybe give them a little shake. Arms out to the side, fingertips on the floor, and just picking your fingertips up an inch or so and just start to rotate into your shoulder joint. So thumb goes up and back, elbows open, roll your shoulders backwards, thumb rolls all the way around and roll the shoulder joints. So just like we did with the legs on the floor, Send your rotation from your thumbs into the wrists, into the elbows and into the shoulder joints. So get a little rotation. Now, the higher you lift the arms, the more strenuous that is because gravity is trying to pull your arms towards the floor. So try to get the arms as high as possible. But if it's really uncomfortable for your out shoulders, then you can come down here, a little bit gentler, a little bit easier movement. So find whichever position is right for you, maybe halfway is right for you. And then pause and rotate one hand one way, one hand the other way, and switch and go from side to side. Finding the little diagonal stretch across the upper back as one shoulder goes back and then the other. And then slowly bring your arms down. Keep doing the little twist, little rotation. And then give the arms a really good shake out. Shake out the wrists, thumbs, fingers. Maybe take your wrists into little circles. And then hands back down. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears, honey monster pose. And then purse the lips as you're blowing through a straw and release your breath. As you release your shoulders and allow the shoulders to push all the way down towards the floor. Inhale, bounce the shoulders up. Exhale, release them, stretch them out. One more. Okay, engage your core, lift your crown. Focus on that little engagement here. It's going to keep the shoulders relaxed, fingertips to the floor. Just drop your head over to the right. Right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, head comes up. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale up. Slowly, gently, mindfully to move your head from side to side. No rush. Take your time. And just stretch through the long muscles down the side of the neck. One more to each side. And then from here, bring your head up to the center as you breathe in. As you breathe out, drop your chin to your chest. Just have a little wriggle here and open at the back of the neck. Inhale, come back up. Take your head from side to side. So chin parallel to the ground. Just rotate through the neck. Head moving from side to side. And then we're going to do the same movement with the chin down. So come back to center, drop your chin down. Same movement, just a little twist. Look down and look up to the side. Look down and look up to the side. Lovely. And then bring your shins back in the middle. Inhale, bring your head back up. This time we're going to interlace the hands and place them on the back of the head. And elbows together towards each other and tuck your chin. Allow the weight of the arm, just the weight of the arms, not pushing. Allow the chin to tuck right into the throat and the weight of the arms to do the work here. Inhale, push and open. Push your palms back, open your elbows wide, deep in breath, and then elbows together, long, slow out breath. Inhale, up and open. Exhale. Let's curl the chin down. 7 vertebrae in the neck. Let's see if you can imagine those 7 vertebrae getting a nice forward bend. And then a nice backward bend, keeping your neck long. Next time the chin comes down, hold, and then release the hands back onto the thighs. And as you breathe in, slide the head back up. And just see if there's any other movements your head needs or your neck needs. Anything else here. And just hopefully your head feels like an oiled ball bearing rolling around the top of your neck. You've freed off any tension there. Okay, from here we're going to come into, let's do a little twist. So stay on your block if you like, or come off your block onto the floor. Elbows up, just start to twist into the body. Just do a couple of little, just get the spine really warmed up. So elbows down, twist from the waist. Take your head with you unless it makes you feel dizzy. I don't like taking my head with me, so I keep my head in the middle. And just feel how that shoulder girdle is swinging from side to side, creating a twist in the waist. Let your elbows float up a little bit and feel the twist in the mid-spine. Elbows a little bit higher, feel the twist coming more into the upper spine. And then go up and down slowly, or if you have any stiffness in any part of the spine, focus on that one point as you're twisting. So just find a place that feels nice for you, or just move up and down, freeing off the whole spine. You bring your hands all the way up, whatever feels nice for you. Experiment. Let the movement be really loose, long and loose. And then all the way, settle back. Slow it down, bring your hands onto the knees, and if that's created any stress in the shoulders, give the shoulders another little roll. And then a side bend, bring your right hand down, bring the left arm up, look up at your thumb. We reach up here as we finish the in-breath, and then we tip over, and we look up a little bit just to encourage the left elbow to come back. So try not to make this shape with the body. Try not to drop the head and the arm down. Try to keep this really open, so we keep a nice open in the chest and the armpit, and we're getting a true side bend for the spine with no twisting. Push up into the right hand, spin the arms around, breathing in, and over we go. Take your gaze up slightly, pull that elbow, shoulder back on the right side, press into the floor on the left side, push your right sit bone down, creating a bit more space in the waist. And the elbow, push yourself back up. So go from side to side. You can keep moving, or you can do a hold on one side, whatever feels nice for you. Not overthinking it, just doing what feels really great in your body. Or just finding all the little stiff parts, all the little tight little sections, easing out one by one. Lovely. And then from here, last one to each side. Or if you're doing the hold, complete what you're doing. We're going to come all the way back down, and we're going to take both legs out into straddle pose. Give your legs a little rub. Bring your block. If you've got a block, bring that into the middle. We're going to do a forward fold here in straddle. So we start on the sit bones, and we make sure the sit bones are on the floor, tailbone tucked back a little bit. So the pelvis is already got a slight forward tilt. You can use a prop to come underneath your elbows for a little leaning forward. And you can take your legs as wide as they'll go, so you get a good stretch from the ankle through the inside of the calf muscle, through the inside of the knee, all the way up the inner thighs to the groin. But don't have your legs too wide, that's a strain. So here you can just turn your block up and start to do a little lean, or you can roll your block down if you're okay with that. A little lean and then a little rounding of the spine. And come into a forward fold here. Now be aware of what your legs are doing. Don't let the legs go floppy. Point your toes towards the ceiling, so you're activating your legs here. And really start targeting the hamstrings, the inner thigh. Point your toes towards the ceiling, but allow your upper body to soften towards the ground. And then one more in-breath, one more out-breath. See if you can drop a bit deeper and create a bit of a deeper stretch. And then walk your fingertips back towards your body, lift your body up, come back into a nice upright position. And then we're going to keep your right leg extended and bend the left knee. And if you need to, pop up that left knee. So this is a half straddle. We're going to start here with a twist. So we're going to bring the right hand onto the left knee. Left hand going to come behind you. Make a little jellyfish with your hands so that your thumbs pointing towards your tailbone. Now try not to do this with your body now. Try not to lean. Keep your body upright over your seat, and then pull the left shoulder back. Draw the right shoulder round. Take your chin with you. Engage your right leg. Push your right heel away. Push your toes up towards the ceiling. And hold here for a couple of breaths. Finding that rotation. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, come back a little bit, only halfway. Keep your body in a half twist with your chest in line with that knee. So your body is now in line with your left knee. Right hand on the right thigh, left arm comes up. So we'll do the same as we did seated. Lift on the inhale and a little bit of a twist here, side bend with a twist. Over we go, over the right leg. Look up, pull the shoulder back. Find a little opening here, the left side of the body. If you need to come out on the in-breath and create a bit more space and drop back down again, please feel free. And settle. Nice deep inhale. Point your toes and your fingertips towards each other. So there's a relationship there between the two. Imagine you're creating a circle from your heel up through the hips, up to the fingertips and back to the foot, back to the toes. Breathe in, up, and breathe out, soften. Breathe in, lift up. Release the arm, maybe just roll that shoulder, the left shoulder, and a little forward fold here, straight in front of you. Just opening up the inner thigh again, sometimes a bit easier just with one leg than in the straddle pose, so just notice that. And then walk your hands back up, up, up. And I'm going to take my block away. Bring both feet together into cobbler. And then we'll do the other side. So a little halfway posture. So both feet together. You can hold your shins, you can hold your ankles, or you can hold onto your feet. You can reach your crown towards the sky. As you lengthen through the spine, crown reaching up. Pull the toes up towards your navel and push the knees down. And if you prefer to keep moving, you can do a little butterfly wings here with the knees just flapping up and down like beautiful butterfly wings. And if you prefer a static posture, then stay and hold and breathe. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to take one more inhale, one more exhale. Slowly release. Keep your right leg where it is and extend your left. Adjust your feet. If you need to prop up the knee, please feel free. Half straddle on this side now. So remember we started with the twist, so round we go. Left hand to right knee. Right hand makes a little jellyfish, so your fingertips can come right behind your tailbone. Push your left heel away, lengthen, don't lean into it, just watch for that. It's quite a common mistake, common sort of misalignment. Lengthen through the spine, rotate, keeping your crown above your seat. Take your chin with you. Find a little squeeze here, little rotation. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, uncurl, but only go halfway. So you still got a half twist as your chest is in line with your knee. Left hand's going to slide down the top of the left leg. Right arm comes up. Turn your gaze so that you keep the shoulder up and back. Elbow up and back. Curl your arm over the head like a half moon. Come up again if you need to create a bit more space in the waist. And then over we go. And find a few breaths here. Point your toes up. Reach your fingertips down towards the toes. Breathe in from your heel all the way up to the shoulder. And breathe out along the arm back through the fingertips to the heel. Create a circle with your breath. And a softening with the out breath. Oh, sorry, I had a big yawn then. And then breathe in, come up. And release. Oh, give that shoulder a little roll. Little forward fold. Oh, flex the foot. Get the stretch into that left inner thigh. Lovely. Creating more and more space, and then let's come up. And then slide both feet together. And I'm going to go sideways for this one. So let's slide the legs out straight to the front of you. And let's find staff pose. So staff pose is, imagine your body's like a capital L. So we grip the mat with the feet, point the toes towards the ceiling, wriggle the shoulders, engage the core, bring your hands either side of the hips, palms down or fists, whatever you can reach, and then push into the floor, reach the crown up towards the sky, find a nice length through the spine. Squeeze your core and then release the hands and bring them onto the lap and see if you can hold that capital L shape, that staff pose, without the hands supporting you. Just find your posture here. And then slowly pick up the knees, slide the hands to the knees, slide your hands down towards your ankles, hinging at the hip for the first part and then round in your spine. Tuck your chin and find a little forward fold here. Nice and relaxing, little massage into the lower abdomen. Abdomen as the thighs come up and press into the lower belly. Inhale, nice deep inhale, slight lift in the body. Exhale, softening, releasing, a surrender. Soften the arms, soften the hands, soften the feet. Turn your fingertips over, walk yourself back up, all the way back up, back into staff pose, roll your shoulders, and just see if that staff pose feels a bit easier now. Just hold that, gripping the mat with your heels, engage your core, reach the crown up, soften the shoulders. And just see how our yoga practice, really one of the main benefits of these sort of movements is that strengthen the muscles that support your spine to improve your posture. And when we improve our posture, we improve our breathing. We're also a bit more open with the heart, so a little bit less closed off. So good for our mental health as well as our physical health. From staff pose, let's roll over. Please have a sip of water on your way over if you like. And let's come onto all fours. And let's try a little bit of cat-cow posture. So you can be on your wrists, or if your wrists don't like this movement, you can drop onto your elbows like so. If your knees don't like this movement, depending on what floor you're on, then please feel free to place a folded blanket underneath your knees. That's the simplest way to get a bit of less pressure on the kneecaps. So we start here in table position. You've got your knees below the hips, hands or elbows below your shoulders, depending which position you've chosen. And we'll start with dropping the belly a little bit, swing the hips a little bit, reach the crown forwards. Just look at the short edge of your mat, or a little bit further, but not this. We're not looking forward like that. Look at the floor. Take a couple of breaths here and just allow your spine to sort of soften with this back bend. Gently engaging the core, so we're not pinching into the lower back. We've got a little bit of support there with your lower abdominal muscles switched on. And then tuck your tail and round your spine. Maybe wriggle up into cat pose. Arching, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Arching and rounding. Hold here for a breath or two until you feel ready to breathe in again and come into cow pose. So off you go for a few rounds. Cat pose, we breathe out as we round the spine. Cobra as you breathe in, as we drop the belly. Let's get a little flowing movement with your eyes closed. You can do a strong out breath through the mouth if you like, as you come up into cat. Breathing out through the mouth with a shoo sound. If you need to, just discharge any excess energy or any negative kind of feelings, emotions, swoosh them all away. Next time you come all the way up into cat, just invite you to slide yourself back into child, so rounding the spine, and finish your posture here. Tailbone down, sit bones on the heels, walk your hands forward, have a little sway from side to side, opening into the shoulders. Rocking from side to side, lovely. Settle in the centre, just walk your fingertips a little bit further, keeping your tailbone down just to really open the shoulders. Imagine you're trying to pull your arms out of the shoulder sockets. And then slowly release that, elbows on the floor. Take a couple of breaths in a resting pose. You can bring one hand and the other into two soft fists underneath your forehead if you find that nice and useful. And settle here. And then a little bit of leg stretching, a little bit of a more dynamic movement. So slide yourself back up onto all fours or onto your elbows. So downward facing dog or dolphin is the modification on the elbows. Tuck your toes under, shift your weight back a little bit, power up through the legs and push the hips up into the sky. And walk on the spot a little bit, make this a nice sort of lazy dog. Push one heel down, then the other. Swing the hips from side to side, so it's a nice relaxed dog. Lovely. Whatever feels nice for you, just keep it moving if you like. Pushing one heel and the other. Oh, Achilles, calf muscle, back of the knee. And then if you want to walk yourself forward and try a plank pose, if you don't want to do this, drop back and do some more cat-cow. So plank pose, bend the knees back into dog. Shift your weight forward, plank pose, bend the knees back into dog. Just find that position if you like, want to work a little bit into plank, a bit of upper body strengthening, core strengthening. Or drop the knees, do another round or so of cat and cow. Next time you're up into dog or on the knees for cat-cow, bring your right foot forward. You can swing it through from dog if that's available to you. Hands on either side of your right foot, tuck under your left toes and find runner's lunge. Hold up for a moment and then push your hips up and high, walk your hands back a little bit, see if you can straighten both legs and see if you can take your nose to your right knee. This is called pyramid pose. They also call it scissor fold, but pyramid pose is a really good, very descriptive name. If you can get both of your legs straight, creating a lovely pyramid with your legs. From here, swizzle round into a wide leg forward bend. So shift your weight around, back and around, and take your feet so that they're in a comfortable position, not straining, toes pointing forwards, and just bow to the earth into a wide leg forward fold. You can walk your hands forward and do a little wide leg dog, shifting your weight forwards and backwards. Shifting your weight forward, shoulders come over the wrists, look down at your thumbs. Shift your weight back, stretching into the inner thighs. Do a little rock to and fro in a wide leg dog. And then we're going to take the weight back. And we're going to come all the way back around. So back into the lunge, back into downward dog, or just drop the knees back into child or table. And then we want to get the left foot all the way through to the front. So slide your left foot through into that runner. Pick up your back knee so you find runner's lunge. Really good opening for the hip there on the left side. And then push the hip high. See if you can straighten the left leg and find pyramid pose. See if you can take your nose to your knee. And then from here, spin yourself round and find this wide leg forward fold again. And maybe this time if you've got a block, we could do the heaven and earth twist. So have your block away off the side of your mat. You want to have a flat back here so you can soften the knees, push the tailbone up and back, engage your core. Right elbow comes up, pull the shoulder back, open into the twist. Bend the elbow and back down to your block. Breathing in, elbow up. Breathing out, open. Breathing in, close. Breathing out, back down. Another round or two to each side. Last one, left side. Lovely. Walk your hands back. Swizzle yourself back round towards the short edge of your mat. Knee down, draw the left foot back and find a wide knee child pose. Knees go to the edges of your mat. Slide yourself forward. Allow the rib cage to come between the knees and have a little rock here from side to side. And then bring your hands together above the head. And take 3 nice deep breaths and feel how your side ribs expand and contract with the breath in that position. Nice deep inhale through the nose, and you can shoo away the out breath through the mouth if you like. And then from here, release your hands down. Look at your hands, slide yourself back up. Bring your knees together and settle into hero pose. Bring your hands to your heart. And we'll just do a little mudra to set an intention, and then we'll do a yoga nidra. So if you'd like to bring yourself onto a cushion or a block. So some of you have done yoga nidras with me recently. Some of you have not. So what we need to do now is use our mudra and our meditation practice to set a sankalpa ready for our nidra. And a sankalpa is a sacred vow or a sacred promise that you make to yourself when you're in a deep state of meditation in nidra. And it's all about really working out what you need in your life at this moment. What is your heart's deepest longing? And then turning that longing into a positive, powerful affirmation in the present tense. So I'll talk through that in a moment. But first of all, let's do a mudra. So wiggle your fingers, shake out your wrists, activating the energy in the hands. Bring your hands into prayer. And then keeping the thumbs and the little fingers together, create a lotus mudra. So we have the little fingers touching all the way down the side of the hands, thumbs touching, and it's this shape that you make with your hands. And then your elbows drop down by your sides. And close your eyes. And just focus on your breath here. See if the breath gets concentrated in your chest, opening the heart space, heart chakra. And the lotus represents purity. It represents our journey from the mud at the base of the pond, and our journey from the mud or from ignorance up towards the light, towards enlightenment. So as the lotus shoot reaches the surface of the water, it blossoms into a pure white flower. So just feel that your heart is also pure. Your heart is also really beautiful, sacred space where you really can connect with the deepest part of you, and you can connect with what really matters to you in your life right now. So take 3 more breaths with this mudra, opening your heart. Maybe see a green light or a rose pink light in the center of your chest. Spreading your fingers wide like a chalice, like a beautiful sacred goblet, holding all of the secrets of the heart. And then I'd like you to just inquire within that heart, what do I need right now? What's my next step? What qualities, what actions do I need to take? What qualities do I need to manifest? Okay, and then all those beautiful qualities, pour them into that mudra, into that vessel you've created. Pour them into there. Bring your fingertips together. Draw your thumbs in, sealing off the qualities. Bring your hands together, and then take your left hand onto your heart, right hand on top, and turn those words into a sankalpa. So I am, present tense, really important that you make it into the present tense. I am courageous. I am filled with peace. I am working towards my dreams day by day, step by step. Just find your own words here now. Take a breath. I am. And then once you've got it, bring your hands into prayer, give yourself a little bow, and then lie yourself down for relaxation. Back into that Shavasana that we did at the beginning of the class. Heels out to the corners of your mat, arms out away from the body, palms up for opening, palms down for grounding. So please find your relaxation position as I get my things ready. I'll talk you through a nice simple yoga nidra, and we'll incorporate that affirmation that you've just sat, we'll incorporate that into the nidra. And I'll cue you and tell you when we're going to do that. So all you have to do is relax and try to stay awake and aware of my voice throughout the nidra. So just try to relax deeply, but try not to actually fall asleep and lose consciousness. Try to keep a conscious little tracking of the instructions. So settle. Notice if your lower back is making contact with the ground, and if it isn't and it's uncomfortable, pick up your knees and place your feet on the floor. Drop your knees together and just find a little tilt there in the pelvis, or grab a cushion off a sofa or the bed, a pillow or a cushion, and slide that underneath your thighs, just so there's a slight tilt in the pelvis to soften and relax the lumbar spine. And also find a softening in the shoulders, softening in the jaw. Maybe open your mouth and have a big yawn. Tuck your chin and lengthen the back of your neck. Maybe swallow to relax the throat. If you've got a cushion underneath your head, I like to pull the cushion so it's really supporting the neck. And if you can support the neck, then the whole body tends to relax just a little bit deeper. And if you can find an eye pillow or a scarf, or just a light piece of fabric to put across your eyes, that also seems to help the body to relax more quickly and more deeply. So once you've got all of those little bits and pieces in place and ready, slide a few breaths back down into the belly once again. On the in-breath, sigh away the out-breath through the mouth. Just let go, let go, let go. Okay, so I'm going to start by bringing your awareness back to that sankalpa, that beautiful I am statement that you made, and take it out of your head if it's gone into your head and you're over analyzing it, and drop it into your heart and repeat it 3 times. I am, or I do, or I feel. And when you finish that, imagine your sankalpa is like a little butterfly that you've caught between your palms, and you're going to open your hands and you're going to let it go, releasing any attachment to the outcome. Let it go. And we'll come back to your sankalpa later in the Nidra. Bring your whole awareness now all the way up to the crown of your head, just above the crown, and feel your connection to the infinite intelligent universe above you. Just feel that you're really looked over, looked after, watched over by a greater power, a greater force. Feel safe in this space. And then draw your awareness to the space between the eyebrows, deep inside the head as well, in the higher mind, intellect. Drop your awareness down to the throat, source of communication, speaking and listening. And then bring your awareness to the right shoulder, left shoulder, and both shoulders settling. Right elbow, left elbow, both elbows softening. Right wrist, left wrist, both wrists. Right hand, left hand, both hands. Both arms and hands heavy on the ground. Awareness back to the throat. Bring your awareness into your heart center, in the center of your chest. Center of all the beautiful qualities of the human experience: happiness, joy, unconditional love, gratitude, patience, tolerance. Drop your awareness to solar plexus, seat of your personal power. Feel a sun burning brightly in the very center of your upper abdomen. Take awareness down to the lower abdomen, seat of the emotions. Imagine the water element here, smooth water, soothing the emotions. And then take your awareness to the base, the tailbone, the perineum, the root, the stability, sense of being loved, sense of belonging. Bring awareness to your right hip and your left hip, and allow both hips to soften. Right knee, left knee, both knees. Right ankle, left ankle, both ankles. Right foot, left foot, both feet. Both legs and both feet really heavy on the ground. Take a breath. Allow your body to drop a bit deeper on your out breath, whole body. Slide your mind's eye along the whole right side of the body, breathing in and out on just the right side. Shift your awareness to the left side and breathe in and out a couple of times on the left side, honoring the left side. Front of the body, breathe in and out a couple of times, up and down the front of the body. And in the back of the body, as if the breath is just cleansing and purifying the back of the body. Whole body now breathing, whole body harmonized, whole body balanced, whole and complete. Just breathing. Notice how the breath is breathing you. No effort required from you at all. The breath knows when to come in, filling your body with energy and vitality, and it knows when to release, softening and deeply relaxing. Physical body and the mental body and the energy body. Now bring your awareness to space around the body. Just be aware of the space to the right of you and to the left. Not overthinking this, just feeling into the space above you. Can you feel into the space? Behind you, into the ground. Feel into the space above the crown of your head and below the soles of your feet. And see if you can notice how far away from your body can you feel into the space. Nice deep in breaths, long, slow out breaths, your body expanding into that space around you. The boundary of your body and the space around you, softening, melting together. And then from that feeling of expanding outwards, bring your eyes to the tip of the nose and take an in breath and go into the very center of your being on your next inhale. And find a spot in the very center of your being and breathe in and out of that spot. And notice that this space inside of you is also expansive. As you breathe in, That spot that you've discovered in the center of your being gets a little bit bigger and wider. And as you breathe out, it softens. And imagine in this space a little candle flame burning brightly like a pilot light that never goes out. And imagine that this pilot light has been burning in the center of your being since the moment of your conception, right up until this moment. This candle flame knows everything about you. It knows everything that's happened in the past. It knows exactly where you are in the present. And it knows everything you need to know for the future. And into this center of your being, repeat your Sankalpa now 3 times. I am. Imagine it like a seed being planted into this beautiful, fertile space inside of you. And when you've finished, breathe that Sankalpa into life. As you breathe in, your little candle flame burns brightly. As you breathe out, the light and the feeling behind your Sankalpa spreads into your whole body. Visualize yourself already stepping into that new paradigm of your Sankalpa. And then I'm going to slowly ask you to bring your awareness ever so gently back into the space that you're in. Ever so gently feel the ground beneath you and feel the temperature of the air on your skin. Notice sounds in the room that you're in or outside of the room. Be aware of the temperature of the breath in the throat, the taste in the mouth, the light or shade behind the eyelids. And you should come back with all senses coming back online, all 5 senses. Just listen to these words, this poem, which is all about that place in the very center of your being, that little candle flame, the essence of who you are. Behind every known experience in your life, there has been a knower. Behind everything you have seen, there has been a seer. Behind every experience, there has been a silent partner in your daily practice that has held with open acceptance every grief and boredom, every sorrow and pain, with as much equanimity as the joy and excitement. What you think is you must be allowed to die away, as all ephemeral phenomena do, so that the beloved inside can manifest in its purest form, illumination of all that is. Let go of maybe if, almost, kind of, and bind yourself to always, infinity, and eternity, and become the one timeless light that is already within you. So breathe in and out of that space just for a few more breaths, and just know that you can come back to this little light, this little flame, this very center of your being that is non-judgmental, that is on your side, that is your ally through life, through every moment in your life. It's your ally, your friend, your fiercest ally, your most true friend. And then allow a little smile to come across your face in recognition of that space inside of you that you've always maybe felt is there. And then start to wriggle your fingers, start to wriggle your toes. Start to slowly move your body, your arms, your legs, your head. Start to stretch. And then pick up your knees and roll over onto your right side. Curl into a little ball. Hug your knees into your chest. Enjoy a moment here. And then prepare to come back into this room, back into your day, back into this moment. Every moment precious, every moment sacred. Push yourself up to sitting, finding this moment, finding yourself back on your seat, back with a tall spine, anchored to the ground through your sit bones, and reaching for the light with the crown of your head. Palms come together at the heart, chin to the chest. Find your breath here. Energize with your inhale and ground yourself with your exhale. Flutter open your eyes. Raise your gaze. Bring your hands to the brow. And I offer you a deep felt, heartfelt namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. See you next time. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon.